My name is Michael Edwards. I'm an executive member of the Jewish Council of Australia, and I appear with my colleague, Dr. Naama Karlan. We also both work as lecturers at universities here in Sydney. I'm at the University of Sydney and Naama's at NSW. The Jewish Council is a diverse coalition of Jewish academics, lawyers, writers, and teachers with expertise in areas including human rights law, Jewish history, First Nations justice, and anti-racism. We provide an independent Jewish voice opposing anti-Semitism and racism and supporting Palestinian human rights. Our positions represent a growing number of Jews in Australia and also around the world who are outraged by Israel's actions. Positions also represented by many others appearing here today and by many of the submissions to the inquiry. Over 1,000 Jewish Australians have signed our core principles, which state that we support calls for freedom, equality, and justice for all Palestinians and Israelis, and that we reject any claim that such a call is anti-Semitic or that it is anti-Semitic to criticise Israel's conduct. It's vitally important for this committee to acknowledge that the Jewish community is not a monolith, who all share the same experiences and positions, or who all support the State of Israel. The Jewish Council is deeply concerned about rises in anti-Semitism in Australia, which is part of a broader increase in racism that includes Islamophobia, anti-Indigenous racism, anti-Asian racism, and anti-Palestinian racism. And we're especially concerned about the rise of far-right extremism. We consider that the only way for us to effectively fight anti-Semitism is by working in partnership with other groups also facing bigotry and discrimination. At the same time, we're concerned about the ways in which the media and some politicians and other leaders have fueled racism and division by exceptionalising and politicising anti-Semitism. There's a danger that this inquiry risks forming part of that broader trend in a way which ultimately makes Jewish people and others less safe. There's also the danger that this inquiry feeds into a censorial and divisive discourse which seeks to label criticism of Israel as anti-Semitic. This conflation of Jewish people with Israel and the political ideology of Zionism is also something that can breed anti-Semitism. Effectively combating anti-Semitism in New South Wales means doing everything we can to avoid these overlapping dangers, while also recognising the ways in which all forms of racism are interconnected. And what this means in terms of government responses is that instead of law and order approaches, we support those that oppose all forms of racism, which don't create hierarchies of racism and which target systemic and structural discrimination. Thank you.
Thank you.